Hello, how are you friends? I am Darkoburi, the collector. Welcome to my channel. Hello, how are you friends? Today we will talk about another video game. But this time it will be Assassin's Creed, which is an amazing game that has had many installments to be part of our unboxing. On this side, we have the collector's edition figure. There were no more than 200 figures of this. One of Bayek, who appears in Assassin's Creed Origins. And on this side, I have a figure that I bought on the Ubisoft website, which features Arnaud Dorian, who is part of the French Revolution. If you want to learn about the history of the French Revolution, you should play this video game. And finally, I have Jacob Fry's bracelet, which is from the part with the English, the hooligans, the gang wars, and they could use this hook to climb through the buildings. Today we will have a spectacular unboxing, which will be of the latest release, obviously, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have already pre-ordered the new Assassin's Creed, so let's do the unboxing. And as you can see, I'm also wearing my Assassin's Creed t-shirt, which I bought on the Ubisoft website, and I purchased other items as well, which I will unbox later. I have my Apple of Eden, which is a classic. I have all the gloves that have been made from all the Assassin's Creed games. And obviously, the one I like the most is Ezio Auditore of Florence. He was the main character during the saga that included Assassin's Creed 2, then 2.5, and then 3. And they added a lot of story. But it starts with Ezio Auditore of Florence. But today we're going to do the second to last in the series, as the new game has just been announced. The new Assassin's Creed Valhalla game will take place where the Vikings are. We'll have to see how similar or what similarities it has with the Viking series. But I have no doubt that it's going to be an amazing game. Especially if you add that it's going to be released on the new PlayStation 5 with that game and the quality of the console's engine, it's going to be spectacular. But we're not here to talk about video games. We're here to do the unboxing of this collector's edition figure of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Let's get started with it. So let's do the unboxing of this incredible figure. If you notice, it slides out very easily, very uniquely, and we're going to place the box over here. Here we have the Hoi Hero. I haven't played it, unfortunately, due to work issues. I've had quite a workload. And I have my piece only, Lectio, which is here. If you notice, it takes place in the Greco-Roman part of history, and obviously comes with armor that corresponds to that historical era. So I'm going to turn it around for a moment so you can appreciate the back art while I remove the figure from the back. If you notice, here comes the name Assassin's Creed, which always corresponds to the logo. Honestly, I really like the game. I have a tattoo of Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, which has been the logo I like the most. Here we can perceive from this game, which was Assassin's Creed, I think it was the fourth one, how the logo changes. And here, Assassin's Creed. I mean, it doesn't have a logo, but later I'll show you a photograph where the special edition comes. We see that inside it still contains more art. Obviously, the art included in the box is spectacular. That's why I tell you, keep the box. I mean, on this side, we also have Mexico, fully represented with the eagle and the serpent in this Assassin's Creed. Obviously, I'm joking. It's not from Mexico. It's from Assassin's Creed. And the box is spectacular. I imagine this Assassin's Creed logo, where they've already changed it a bit by adding a Greco-Roman helmet, which is the staple remover. That's how they made the Assassin's Creed logo. And if you look at it, you can have it daily in the office with that staple remover. I've noticed that these Assassin's Creed pieces are very well made. Everything is perfect. You can buy it on Ubisoft's website, as I've mentioned. Obviously, for our case, you have to be in the United States to be able to purchase it. And they have shipped smaller figures to Mexico for me, but they couldn't ship this collector's edition directly to Mexico, so I had to make my purchase in the United States. To begin with, The spectacular pose of the figure, which is only supported by the foot of this pillar, is incredible. If you have played Assassin's Creed, you know they are assassins, the Order of Assassins. With the gauntlet, they carry the hidden blade, and what I liked the most was when Ezio Auditore appeared, they tell him, if you want to use it, you have to cut off your finger. And he said, well then, and he put his hand, and at that moment they tell him, I tricked you. I have improved the hidden blade, so it comes out, and you don't have to die, right? Sorry, so you don't have to lose the finger. Obviously they arrived with that, then they give you a double blade, and they would arrive assassinating their enemies here. Obviously here this character brings his spear, which we are going to place right now, and he brings 2 more pieces. We are just going to take them out of the box to be able to observe them, as they are part of the weaponry of our Assassin's Creed. Look, there's nothing left of our Alexio here. So let's proceed to place the parts of our figure. You must place the spear very carefully with pressure, because these parts here do not separate. And then the little figure lets you choose between these 2 attachments. If you want to put this either of the 2 swords, obviously the figure comes with the designs with this weapon, and we are going to place, as we might say, a scimitar, right? On this side, do you see? Down here, there is also a shield. This is part of a fight scene where he's going to throw, obviously, pardon the redundancy, this spear at the enemy. And at any moment, if not, make the cut with the sword. Notice the details it has here on the helmet, and obviously it shares features with my figure of Bayek here, where he carries his bow, his arrows, to be able to shoot. If you look closely, this part is the gauntlet that every assassin must have, and this complements this figure. And just now, when I was about to store my collector's edition box of Alexios from Assassin's Creed, I realized there was a special compartment. Maybe you saw it in the first shot, but since I saw the box from the back, I didn't notice that this hidden section was there. So the unboxing is not over. Let's see what's in this part. The first thing is the entire soundtrack of our video game. All the songs are included here. Obviously, I remind you, this is the property of Ubisoft. This game was developed by them. They tell you the story of the Animus. And obviously, as I mentioned, I have an Apple of Eden. I started to believe it when Ezio Auditore was around, and they tell you that the Apple of Eden was involved in some historical events. Like which ones? They said that Jesus Christ, well, I'm going to take all this out while I tell you about it. They said that Jesus Christ, in all the pictures where he was drawn, always had a ball here on his belt, which was the Apple of Eden, something that Napoleon Bonaparte always had his hand in his vest, and the other part in the back. Sorry, the other hand in the back, and they said he had the Apple of Eden here. The last person they said had the Apple of Eden before it was lost, and no one knew what it was Houdini. With it, he made the Statue of Liberty disappear. Let's see. The first part that came here inside my secret compartment is the map, this map of the video game, and on the back is the Assassin's Creed Odyssey logo. It was something they started adding from what was Black Flag and Syndicate. All those video games changed the Assassin's logo. Before it was just a staple remover, and now each one has, for example, the helmet. The one for the Vikings, well, we already know it's going to have the Vikings logo, but the art book comes. As you know, these are going to be spoilers for the video game. The art book of the video game, which is always impressive, where you see the scenery, where you see everything, how they make the designers that do themselves. Honestly, it's incredible. And on the back, there's the eagle with the snake again. I will always say it's from Mexico, even if it's not. And finally, here is my certificate of authenticity, confirming that this collectible piece is indeed from Ubisoft and is this Alexios Collector's Edition. So you can see it, and obviously here is my assassin, right? This completes the Alexios Collector's Edition from Ubisoft for our figurine, which is from 2, Assassin's Creed Unmanned Odyssey. Well, as I have told you, the logo I like the most is the one from Assassin's Creed with the pirates. That video game is spectacular. Why? Because it was about a drunken pirate who was forced to become an assassin. So you already know, if you like this part of Assassin's Creed, it's a very sought after video game. Actually, right now it's on sale. If you want to buy it from the Play Store, do it. Honestly, I recommend it. All of them are included there. Subscribe to the channel, give it a like, activate notifications, and you know, when you're on the channel, wait a little bit. I forgot that the unboxing was for the collector's edition of Assassin's Creed. If you thought it was over, stay tuned, because we're going to do this mega unboxing. Now, let's move on to the second part of this unboxing, which is the legendary edition of Assassin's Creed in Odyssey. This piece is truly exclusive, very rare, and a limited edition. You already know that I am Darkoburi, the collector. I have pieces that are absolutely incredible and extremely rare. I know that sometimes we'll feature some common pieces, like the one we just opened. Where did I leave it? It must be over there. But this legendary edition, just like the one I showed of Bayek, are limited edition. Let's get to the unboxing. As we can see, the box art once again features the Assassin's logo for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and of course it has texture. You can't appreciate it right now, but the box has a special texture, and on this side, if you notice, also the colors. This box arrived a little damaged, but obviously it's just a box. Let's see if nothing happened to the interior. There are times when I tell you that I'm very pleased to see a box arrive in perfect condition, and there are times when we don't have that particular joy. But let's get to the unboxing of this figure and see what's inside. If you notice, the box is very bulky and will obviously contain a large figure. So let's take it out very carefully. We have our certificate for our piece, which corresponds to 1,772 out of 1,900. And here are the instructions on how to assemble our Assassin's Creed piece. And as I mentioned, it's very bulky. I decided to remove the box very carefully to see the interior. Our figure comes completely protected in dry ice. If you notice, it has an incredible amount of space. So I've already removed the box. Let's do it very carefully as well. I'm going to remove it, but I have to open a piece of tape that's here. Let's cut it very carefully. This dry ice box protects our figure. I've often said that the pieces can arrive broken because they are such special editions. Not because they come broken, but because they are made of a material, perhaps porcelain or something similar, that is very particular. Let's remove it without hitting my other figure. On this side, if you notice, there's the rock where the figure rests. Very bulky, very well fitted. And I'm going to put it here for a moment. Let's carefully remove this part of the trash. And you have to make sure that no piece is left on this side. Why? Because then there are very small, tiny pieces. And as I was saying, down here, they make sure to show you that it's a collector's edition. You see, here the figure corresponds to the number I showed you on my certificate. This figure also has on the back what represents which number it is, right? 1,772 out of 1,900 pieces worldwide. So if there are 7 billion inhabitants on Earth, 2,000 little pieces is something exclusive. Now I'm going to remove the pieces that come from this side, also very carefully. Obviously, your figure comes with these desiccant bags, and here is everything that corresponds to the body. Let's take out this side. It corresponds to the part of the costume, the cape. If you notice, here are the details of the Assassin's Creed logo. Right now we are going to put it on very carefully. On this side we will find the arm part. If you look closely, there are many details from Assassin's Creed, the logos, the design. Here, as I was saying, is the bracelet where they carry the hidden blade. And on this side, we will have the head of our figure that corresponds to the one we just unboxed. On this side, we will obviously have our other arm. These little figures no longer fit together but are magnetized. This is what you see here. You place it with a magnet so it doesn't come loose. It's something they've added to the new figures. The one I had of Bayek wasn't exactly fitted, but we had to assemble it like this. Here they have become more electronic or newer, and with the magnet it sticks just like we did with the unboxing of Tsume's death mask, which you can find on my channel. Finally, we are going to take out this weapon, which corresponds to the last piece of this part of the box, which is the other part of the spear. And just so you can see, there really weren't slots to put all the pieces. They were random parts. I saw them stacked, but since they were protected by the dry snow, nothing happened to them. Let's put this on this side so it doesn't obstruct us. And let's assemble it. As the first part, we appreciate this Medusa head. Here you can see the snakes. Here this Medusa is already turned to stone, which is where our figurine is placed. Let's do it calmly so nothing happens. Let's start with the body, which, if you notice, is the only support part that our piece will have. This is fully identified to fit here. It must be done carefully. And once placed, I tell you that all of this must be done very carefully because a sudden movement can break the figure. Let's analyze this part. If you notice, it's the part of the Greco-Roman attire of this Assassin's Creed that should be developed in that era. Here it is with its helmet, obviously, with the brush on the head. Now let's include the cape, which also fits into this little part on this side. The part I like most about the cape is that it includes the assassin symbols on this front part. They are a sect, a horde, an association that has existed and is fighting against the Templars. It's an endless battle that has gone from generation to generation and is presented to us in this video game through what? The Animus. What does the Animus say? That you have the blood of your ancestors, and that perhaps the son of Napoleon Bonaparte knows the entire history of Napoleon Bonaparte and has it in his blood. So they capture important people because they are looking for those who had the apple of Eden to be able to trace it and find out where that fabled apple was last. Here goes the fitted head. And now we are going to place the arms. As I mentioned, one holds the sword, left arm, and on the other side, we will place the right arm with the other sword. The part of the arm as it is falling are the ones that have magnets. All the other parts did not have the magnet. This is for what purpose? To ensure the piece does not fall. If you notice, I fit it and the piece stays in place. Now we need to be careful with the spear here. And on the other side, it has the sword. And this is what complements the legendary edition that I just showed you, the collector's edition. If you notice, the size difference is absolutely vast. And obviously, this collector's edition I have is number 1772 out of 1900. That's my piece number, which we confirm at the bottom. The same thing happened to me with this one of Bayek. I couldn't wait with this one. I had to open it. It was a game I was really looking forward to. That's why I already have it displayed here. But this part of Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, you have the privilege of seeing the unboxing of these two incredible collector's editions with Darkoburi. And remember, if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, like I am, leave it in the comments. Honestly, I have to tell you that I haven't had the privilege of playing this version of the game. Subscribe to the channel. You know, we're on Medium, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Now we're going to take a special photograph of these figures because it's an impressive collector's edition. Subscribe, share it, give it a like, and you know, Darkoburi, peace out. Darko. Bye.